Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking You, Me, and My Ex, Season 2, Episode 11. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. So this episode starts out with Chelsea, Matt, and Kenzie. It's engagement day. Lord. Her family is excited. His family is excited. They are going to show up to help celebrate their love. I'm sitting on the couch watching the show saying to myself, Lord, I wouldn't want him to marry my daughter for anything in this world. Absolutely not. I would not be able to stand behind this. I would be so desperately trying to convince my daughter that there is better out there. I'm just saying. This dude spent majority of the day worried about Chelsea. Listen, shouldn't Kenzie be the only thing on this dude's mind? He says that he's hoping that Chelsea shows up because if she doesn't show up, she may possibly ruin his engagement. I personally think things would have been 100% better if she didn't show up. His friend Daniel shows up. Daniel is in on the whole plan. Him and Chelsea were supposed to fake as if they were on a double date while they got everyone situated to where they were supposed to be at the end of this corn maze, because they were going to walk through this corn maze at this beautiful pumpkin patch. And at the end of the corn maze, he's going to get down on one knee and make the proposal. Well, honey, listen, Chelsea shows up, but she's hiding out in the parking lot. One of the producers said, somebody says that Chelsea's hiding in the parking lot. I said, oh God, is this nut job really hiding out in the damn parking lot? I don't think that Kenzie deserves this. She really doesn't. I think that Kenzie deserves way better than what Matt is offering her. Any man who thinks it's okay to invite his ex-girlfriend to live in their house, rent-free, for months on end, not paying any utilities, not cleaning up after herself, not cooking for herself, he's not the right man for this girl. Now, it's very clear that not only is Chelsea childish, absolutely selfish, and just completely self-absorbed, she's out in the parking lot talking about how this day is hard for her. She doesn't want him to marry somebody else. If he gets married to Kenzie, he's not going to put her first. He's not supposed to put you first. And as a matter of fact, the way he is acting and treating Chelsea, he is absolutely putting her first. This is not okay. One thing that I could think about is there's a lot of other things that Chelsea should be concerning herself with. The fact that this woman does not have a job. She does not have a place to stay. And she is such a childish, spoiled, rotten brat. There are other things that she could be working on besides working on Kenzie's nerves. She says that she's going to wait to the very last minute, then hide in the back of the crowd, when he proposes to Kenzie. She also says that she doesn't think that he should be getting engaged. She also doesn't believe that he really wants to marry Kenzie, that he's only doing it because he's being pressured by Kenzie and her family. Now, that is one thing that I can agree with. I don't think that he really does want to marry Kenzie. I think that he is sick and tired of Kenzie and all of her social media posts and her family asking him to marry her when she slides in the back. The mom and dad think she's there to sabotage this engagement. I wish the engagement was sabotaged. As a matter of fact, I think the mama and daddy should have tried to sabotage the engagement. I think that they just want to marry her off. I think they want to say, our daughter's married, instead of making sure that she ends up with a quality man. He is not quality. I'm just saying. Now listen, when he finally got down on the one knee, Kenzie was crying. Her parents were crying. I said, wow. I would be crying for a totally different reason. They totally are 100% behind this marriage. Someone gives them a gift that says Mr. and Mrs. and Chelsea said, whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. The way I would have violently escorted her off the pumpkin patch property. Okay, I don't even own this place, but you about to get the hell up out of here. Kenzie also wants to know why Matt allows Chelsea to walk all over him. Well, we'd all like to know why you allow Matt and Chelsea to walk all over you. There is no way in hell that woman would have spent 2.6 seconds in my house. I did appreciate that Daniel called Chelsea out. He said, "Where the hell have you been? You were supposed to be here to help out." And she says, "I don't understand. What's the big deal? What's all this fanfare about?" And he said, "Listen, this is their happy day. Let's be there for them. Let's support them." And then Matt shows up and he's acting as if he is so upset. You know, he says, "Where have you been? We went into your room and you had wrecked the place and left. You could have at least texted us." She's sitting there with this stupid little smile on her face. She tells him that him getting engaged is really hard on her. Now listen, he is on to her. He says that she's only acting like this because she's trying to reel him back in when she knows that this is his special day and he is, you know, trying to start a life and a family with Kenzie. And I agree with that. I really do. It is very clear that Chelsea expected Matt to be with her forever. She really did not expect him to have a long-term relationship with Kenzie, and she damn sure didn't expect that he would ever ask Kenzie to marry him. She is not over Matt. She did try to make the whole day about her, and I thought that was really awful. You know, she's uncomfortable is what she says. And I'm thinking to myself, we don't give a damn about you being uncomfortable. You should not have come if you were not going to be there to genuinely celebrate their happiness. Matt acts like he's upset with her. You know, he says that she's selfish. And then as he walks away, he says, "I'll call you later." For what? It's done. It's over. What the hell do you mean you'll call her later? In the end of all this, all I can say is, Kenzie girl, you deserve so much better. However, your ring is really pretty. And I've seen the episode previews for next week. It looks like Chelsea is trying to let him know that she's still in love with him. I'm just saying, good luck, girl. Rowan, DeAndre, and Elodie. Honey, as soon as they showed him, I said, I could use an episode without DeAndre and Elodie. Please bring on Alex and Caroline. You know, I did find it odd that he calls Rowan and apologizes to her for not calling her the night before after he had met up with Elodie and her family. I said, now wait a minute. You went 2 weeks without calling your girlfriend of 10 months who had surgery, but you're apologizing to your ex-girlfriend for not calling her back the night before. Yeah, go on somewhere, boy. So he's crying. Well, not real crying. There was no tears, but he's a baby. So he's crying to Rowan, talking about her family attacked him as soon as he got there. He then tells Rowan about the DMs. He said that he had been hanging out with that girl, but they were just friends. And you could tell by the way he looked and the look on Rowan's face that she knew that he was absolutely lying. She says, "Is that true? Were you only just friends with this girl?" And he says, "Yes, lies. Lies. This dude was out on a date with this girl, trying to convince this girl that he was single and he was ready to be in a relationship. That girl did the right thing by DMing Elodie to verify that he was truly being honest with her, and he wasn't." The thing that's crazy to me is that this boy keeps on trying to run game, and I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a little bit older, but to me his game seems weak. I don't understand why these girls are falling for this crap. Rowan says that he did the same thing when she was dealing with him. To me, he is just too immature and not ready for a fully committed relationship. If you just want to be out here swinging that thing, then just be single. Don't be committed. Just go out there and have a good time and live your life. You are still young. There's plenty of time for you to sow your wild oats, but stay the hell away from single moms. Stay away from them if you're not legitimately trying to settle down. It makes no sense. So Rowan throws out another red flag for him, and she says throughout her relationship with him and his relationship with Elodie, he has a social media presence where he does not post any photos of him and Rowan or him and Elodie. So it looks like he is a single man out here, because that clearly opens up the door for you to be a player. Even though, to be honest, you can have your wife and 5 kids or your husband and 7 children out on the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Snapchat, and all that other stuff. I don't even know. And people will still get in your DMs trying to see what's up. So, either way, it's going to be some problems. But don't be out here trying to be cute and sexy on social media and not mention that you happen to be in a fully committed relationship. So Elodie gets over to DeAndre's house. He's ordered some delicious looking takeout, had a couple glasses of wine. He breaks one of the wine glasses, but he's got the food arranged on the plate beautifully. Elodie gets there and the vibe is off. The vibe is off and this relationship should be off, but it is what it is. So he tells her about Dorian saying that he doesn't want DeAndre around his daughter until there's a clear understanding and he's worked things out with Elodie. And Elodie says that she gets it. And I think that any parent or any civilized human being who is rational thinking understands this. No one wants anybody running in and out of their child's life. She tells him that her family was upset because he wasn't there when she needed him. She said that she had been calling him. She had been trying everything to reach out to him to see him, and he absolutely ignored her. And she's sitting here hoping that he's going to fight for their relationship. And I'm looking at the TV, I'm looking at her, and I'm thinking, Elodie is a very smart, beautiful, capable woman. Why do you not see all of these red flags? This man has not been fighting for your relationship this entire time. You were the only one that has been fighting to keep this relationship. This man has clearly let you know in so many ways that the only thing that he is interested in is spending time with you on and off, going home to visit his ex-girlfriend and his mama, and being on the phone in communication and going on vacation with his ex-girlfriend. He is not that into you. You are into him more than he is into you. And that is not okay. You deserve 150,000% more than what this dude is willing to give. And for him to be so upset about the way her family was defending her, it's crazy to me because Elodie went and met with your mom twice. Your mom was disrespectful to her both times. You hurt her and you paid more attention to Rowan. You're walking around the party introducing everybody. Here's Rowan, my ex-girlfriend. Here's Rowan, my ex-girlfriend. And in my mind, that was him letting all the men at the party know she is off limits. She let him know that she didn't appreciate how he reacted when he got upset with her. He threw out there that he didn't want to be a stepfather. She says, I'm 28 and I have a child. She told him that she wanted to know the absolute truth. Do you feel that you are ready to be a stepfather? And he said no. Now, honey, listen. She got up and ran into the other room. She was crying and carrying on. Now, listen. I'm going to tell you this. My mom always said, don't ask the question that you are not ready for the answer for. If you are not ready to hear the truth, you have not braced yourself, don't ask the question. Elodie, there is no way in this world that boy would have got those tears out of me. You would never get a tear out of me. Not in his face. She went the opposite direction. What she should have did is just exit out of his apartment and went on with her life. But instead, she went into his other room and she cried while he sat there sweeping the floor. Then when she came out, she said, I'm just going to leave. He said, okay, and continued to sweep the floor as if it was no big deal. Elodie says that DeAndre played her, and the truth is he did. He did play you. But at the same time, the truth is you played yourself because he gave all the signs that he was a child masquerading as a man, and you fell for it. One thing that I can't stand is that he was in a relationship with her for 10 months and he absolutely knew that he did not want to be a stepfather. And I think that he played in this woman's face and he wasted her time, which is disgusting. DeAndre gives this stupid comment where he says that he tried hard, he put an effort into their relationship. I don't know where the hell that effort was. It must have ended up on the editing room floor because I didn't see not a damn bit of effort. I'm just saying. Elodie, the truth is you were trying to hold on to something that wasn't. And not only that, I think DeAndre has done you a major favor. You learned a lesson, and in one of those lessons you learned that you deserve more. And now you can focus your time on your daughter and yourself. And the next time you get into a relationship, you know what to accept, you know what not to accept, and you know what questions to ask. And always be ready with your guard up, because when you go to asking serious questions, you got to be ready for the serious answer. I'm just saying, I learned that the hard way. I'm wishing the very best for Elodie and her daughter. Honey, now listen, we get over there to Danielle, Josh, Chantel, and Jennifer. Jennifer says she's feeling hopeful about their relationship with Chantel. However, she's still determined that she is going to go see a lawyer to talk about her rights for the baby Camilla. Now, honey, listen, I don't understand why I do this, but I get really emotional when they start to talk about their rights for each person regarding baby Camilla. I said this last season and I'm going to say it again. I understand that their relationship is different. People are allowed to do whatever the hell it is they want to do. But in my opinion, when you are about to involve a child, all of these details should be worked out before conception. There is no way that I would ever get into a situation like this, and we have not all sat down with our own individual lawyers and have drawn up some ironclad legal documents regarding this child. There is no way that I'm going to just risk my relationship with this baby. I'm not going to do it. Now, here we are, these 4 grown people who unofficially are the parents of all of these children. And now somehow one of the couples is not in a good place. And now everyone's wondering, well, what the hell is going to happen? What's going to happen? And listen, Chantel, in my opinion, is vindictive as hell. And I absolutely agree 100% that if Jennifer divorces Chantel, Jennifer, Josh, and Danielle will absolutely not get to see Camilla. She will not allow that. I think she is not above using that baby as revenge. Josh says that he has been there for Camilla in every way that a father could be there for her, except for financially. So Chantel and Jennifer have been taking care of Camilla financially, but he has been doing everything else. Josh said that he feels that he has rights and he would only use them and get in the middle of things. If things got really bad between Jennifer and Chantel, he would make sure that he would use his rights so that Jennifer would get a chance to be in Camilla's life. I think the best interest of Josh, Danielle, and Jennifer is for all 3 of them to go to an attorney and try to get some rights regarding Camilla. Because listen, they asked Chantel right out, if her and Jennifer got a divorce, would she allow Danielle and Josh to have time with Camilla? She said it would be awkward. And she's quite sure that, she wouldn't want to still be involved with them, which means she's going to hold that baby over their head. I think that's her plan. And she also said that it would be weird and awkward if they got a divorce and she wouldn't want to see Jennifer. So therefore, Camilla is not going to see Jennifer either. To me, that's Chantel admitting that she's going to use that baby as a pawn. In my wildest dreams, there's no way in hell that I would have ever got into a situation like this. And if I did, there's no way that I would not have some sort of legal agreement already. Chantel seems to be spiteful, jealous, and shady as hell. And Danielle is in love with baby Camilla. Honey, listen, they better get some legal documents in quick. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.